Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachai Kodash. Double honors to the apostle and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth, with truth and sincerity. May you be the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and the Aquath out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you I say Shalom. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the true name of our Father, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites. Bah Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahweh Shai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. All right, which is pretty much the point of this lesson. Okay, inspired by a film from 1994, I believe it was. I was 13. A Disney film called The Lion King. All right, which is very, very spiritual. All right, especially concerning the truth. Um, but in particular, there was a scene where one of the characters, right, the son of the lion, right, the king of the tribe, his name was Mufasa. All right, and his son's name is Simba. Okay, and Mufasa was played by the late James Earl Jones. All right, who did a great narration of King James New Testament. He's got an incredible voice. Had an incredible voice. Great actor, right? You might know him from Coming to America. He played the voice of Darth Vader, right, and various other films. Okay, and it was in this film, The Lion King. Simba is all grown up, and he's basically trying to find his place, his way in the world, and he did exactly what he's supposed to do. He looks up to the heavens. Okay, that's exactly what we're supposed to do, and he's calling to his father, just so happened to be lion, right? And we know that Yahweh Shai is of the tribe of Judah, and the symbol is a lion, right? All throughout the scriptures, compared to, right, likened unto a lion, okay? And he's asking his father for guidance. He's looking for wise counsel, okay? And his father finally comes through, and he tells him, and I remember to this day, it stuck with me, especially the way he said it. Right, there was a little bit of a pause, and like it was this was meant to be heard and understood. Right, he says, "Remember who you are." So, coming from being, amongst the world, all right, living amongst the world, a lot of us, and that's why we address our electronic epistles and let you know out when we're out on the line. When you see those two sticks, right, the sign with the 12 tribes, you see your Israelite tribe, but then you also see on the other side of that the colonized names that we've been called, and those are the names that we, you know, basically took and embraced, for lack of better words. You know, yeah, I'm a Negro, I'm Afro American, I'm African American. Yeah, I'm Latino, I'm Mexican, bro. I'm from I'm Puerto Rican. Okay, I'm a Taino, and so on and so forth. Bomba clad, I'm Jamaican, man. Okay, and these types of things, you see. But when the Lord comes back, He's not going to be looking for you to be still embracing those terms, let alone calling yourself these terms, these bywords, these colonized, categorical names. He's not going to be looking for that. You know, if your woman went astray from you because she thought the grass is greener on the other side and she came back, right? And, wanting to be your woman again, and you say, okay, so and so, whatever her name is, and she says, oh, no, 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 that's not my name. I go by this name. You gonna be like, bitch, you left her with this name. I'm gonna fucking call you by this motherfucking name. I'm not calling you whatever the fuck this nigga gonna call you. You gonna be called what the fuck your name is. Okay? So when the Lord comes back, if you still embracing those, colonized names, there's gonna be a problem. Because that's not what he called you. Okay? So it is absolutely vital to remember who you are in these last days. Okay? Which is the name of this lesson. Remember who you are. Isaiah chapter 1, I'm going to read 1 through 7. It says, the vision of Isaiah, the son of Amoz, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, right, southern kingdom and northern kingdom, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, right? Listen up, Israel. For Yahweh Bahashmiah Shai hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. You see? Rebelled against the Most High Yahweh Bahashmiah Shai, was stiff-necked, the 2/3, okay? And that's a cut to the so-called wacky-tacky Christians because they say, oh, the Antichrist, the Antichrist, the Antichrist. Basically saying anti-Mashiach, right? Because when they say Christ, they really should be saying Mashiach, Ha-Mashiach, the anointed. All right? So it's anything and everything that's opposed to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and his will. All right? If you're going against them and the word, you are anti-Hamashiach. Okay? They are rebellious. Right? Rebelled against me. Verse 3, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people does not consider. Again, one to still be called these bywords, these colonized names. Okay? This is why our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Is Hosea 4:6. And it reads, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, right? You didn't want to come back to the statutes, laws, and commandments, the obedience of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You didn't want to come back to your heritage, okay? I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. You see that? Lord ain't gonna be dealing with you because you didn't want to deal with him. Why would he deal with you if you didn't want to deal with him? That doesn't make any sense. There's no logic in that. Okay. My people does not consider. Sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. You see? And look at these 2/3. Look at this, especially this generation. The YNs, boy, man, they worse than when I was coming up. They worse than that generation. Okay, it can't get no worse, man. The only way it can get worse if they just, just flat out just offering each other like, on a way higher scale than what it is now. Which in turn, okay, in turn, just wait, it's gonna happen. Okay, we still in the green tree. We haven't seen nothing yet, right? It's gonna be incredibly bad in these last moments, right? Again, this is still the green tree. We hear a lot of the news and we see a lot of things and World Star, right? We see all these types of things, but no, trust me, we haven't seen shit yet. Okay, what the Lord is talking about doing, we haven't seen nothing yet. All right, but anyway, verse 5 it says, "Why should ye be stricken anymore? Why am I gonna keep talking to you? Why am I gonna keep going upside your damn head? You still gonna be a stiff neck. You still gonna be rebellious. And y'all know relatives like that. You probably was one yourself, right? Got your ass whooped the first time, you cried, but you slept so good that night because you know, wondering when you gonna exhale because you got your ass whooped so damn good. But you slept real good that night. But here you is, still being a nigga, still still being rebellious, still getting your ass whooped. Well, after a while, you get immune to it. You know, you ain't even got to do squats. You used to tighten your ass up and getting your ass whooped so much. And now you got buns of steel type shit. All right. So it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna keep talking to you. I'm not about to do that. You just gonna keep rebelling. You gonna keep being like Denzel Washington carrying the movie Glory, right? He got his ass whipped so many times. He just standing at the post. That nigga had one tear come out his eye. One. And still just staring like, yeah, I'm used to this. This ain't nothing new. I get this all the time. What's up, Greg, man? You still got my money, man? You still got my money, man? Right? And that's how our people are, man. They used to this. So this is why this scripture is here. This is why it says this. Why should ye be stricken any more? You revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. Our people is fucked up. Look around. Look to your left. Look to your right. Look in front of you. Look behind you. Look at our people. Fucked up, man. Right? Spiritually dead. Physically, all kinds of problems. Okay? The mothers are teaching their daughters how to twerk, right? End up being pregnant at 12 years old type shit. Netflixing and chilling, dropping out of school. Once upon a time, we were thriving very well in our own little communities. Till he decided to break up the family household, move the man out the house, breaking up the communities, having us basically intertwined with them. When we had our own thing, brown people with brown people, and then the Edomites was with their own people, we did quite well by ourselves because we took great pride in doing things right. But once all that disappeared, you times that over generation after generation after generation, look where we at. Look where we are at. Look how far we have fallen. Okay? The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, that they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land, strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate and overthrown by strangers. Who lives in our land? The Ish people. All right, border with the so-called Palestinians. Right, the whole thing with Gaza and the IDF, right, Israeli Defense. Okay, look at all that. Look at all this. That's our land, man. We got strangers living in our land. They got a fucking boys' town in our land. Okay, so you got to understand something real quick. Side note. Yes, this place, America, aka Babylon, is gonna be utterly fucking destroyed. And guess what else? Our land is gonna be destroyed. It gotta be. It gotta be cleansed of them fucking rats over there. Okay? Especially the rainbow community. The rainbow bagel community. Okay? It's gotta be cleansed, man. All right? But point being, yeah, those people are living in our land, man. Calling themselves us, which they are not. Okay? They don't do shit that the Lord say. And even further proof, look what's going on right now. Their so-called military, the IDF. Look what they're doing over there. Look what they doing with Gaza. Exact same thing that the so-called Germans, Ashkenaz, look, the same thing that they did to them back in World War II. Only difference is they're not calling it the H name, but they are exterminating them just the same. But if you so-called God's people, aren't you supposed to be brotherly? Aren't you supposed to be a loving nation of people? Aren't you supposed to be dwelling in safety alone? Why do you have a fucking dome? Why do you have a military defense? What are you defending from? I thought thought y'all was God's people. You shouldn't have to have no type of defense. People just should already know, like, oh, don't fuck with them. Okay? Why do you have such a bad rep? But anyways, I digress. This is Romans 6:17. It says, "But the Most High be thanked that ye were the servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine which delivered you." You see? The water Yahweh Shemiah Shai for waking us up. Okay? He could have left us among the 2/3. He could have still had us embracing these negative terms, especially black. Black was always associated with dirty, evil, impure, okay, void of light. Okay? You shouldn't even be embracing that term. Okay? But nonetheless, right, you should be grateful and thank Yahweh Shemel Shai that he pulled you from that shit, man. All the more reason to embrace being an Israelite. Embrace which tribe that you may hail from. Okay? Be grateful that you got this word, that you understand. Okay? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, I'm going to read 9 through 11. It says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. And such were some of you," right? Because before we came into the truth, we're not perfect. We weren't perfect, right? Some of us was drug dealers. Some of us was gangbangers. Some of us, maybe none of those things. Maybe we're, music producers, professional sports, whatever the case may be. We were all these things that's not going to get us anywhere right with Yahweh Shemel Shai. We were doing all these things. Idolatry, absolutely, right? Your whole life. I mean, look at my Jesus piece. Yeah. Ooh, look at my Jordans. Look at my whole wall, Jordan. Got Jordan statue. I'm Buddhist. Or I'm in Kemet. Look at my Ankh, son. Okay. You were a thief, right? Doing smash and grabs, covetous, man. Yeah. As soon as that nigga go to work, I'm gonna go holler at his wife. I'm gonna go commit adultery. As soon as I wake up, I'm gonna get me a drink. I'm gonna drink all fucking day. Be mad at the world for my actions. Okay? Fornicators, right? Being that of, rather an adulterous nature or spiritually, going all these different doctrines, right? Being wayward towards all these other different doctrines. Okay? Abusers of themselves with mankind, effeminate, right? Talking about the fucking Skittle community. Okay? All these things, man. None of these things are profitable, but is going to lead you to absolute death. And again, a lot of us were doing a lot of these things, man. Okay? That's why verse 11 says, "And such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified," right? We're put apart, right? Sanctified, Kodash, holy. Okay? "But ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai and by the spirit of your power." Okay? He woke us up. You ain't none of them things. You ain't doing none of that shit no more. That's the old man. Put that shit off. Be a new creature. Be a new man. Keep your body under subjection. All right? Thoroughly examining yourself day to day. Okay? Every day every day the Lord allows your ass to wake up. As soon as you breathe in your air, right? You realize you're awake from your sleep, because sleep is like the little brother of death. He allows you to realize you woke up. The first thing you should do is pray. The Wadi Yabash Shai waking me up this morning, breathing life into my lungs, putting food in our belly, water our veins. For the families you allow us to have, our health is wealth, knowledge, truth. Well as wealth in our pockets, job at hand, roof over our head, right? Keeping warmth in our home when it's cool out, coolness in our home when it's warm out, for getting us to and fro safely everywhere we go, keeping us hopeful legs in this word and truth with truth and sincerity, and just, whatever you're going to pray on about, man. That's the first thing you should do. And of course, if you're in a camp, second thing you should do is open up your group meet. Get on that. If you ain't got time for the Lord, you don't care about your salvation. You forgot the why of the Lord waking you up. Why did he wake me up? Okay? Now that you know why, get to work. Show the Lord that you care. Show the Lord that you love him. Show him that you appreciate being an Israelite from whichever tribe you may come from. Put on as the elect. Okay? That's remembering who you are. What your purpose is now. Right? Because how many of us before we came into the truth had them questions from time to time? Man, what the fuck is my purpose in life, man? What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Got this motherfucker over here, he doing good, he eating. Got them over there, they doing whatever the fuck. They alright, they straight. But me, I'm steady fucking just trying to do shit and just can't get ahead. What the fuck is my purpose? Now you know your why. The Lord woke you up. He let you understand this. Now you know your why. Now remember who you are and get to it. Lord willing, this is edifying, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing his word in truth with truth and sincerity. May you be the elect. Stay prayed up, repent. Abba Babal, Kwam Yashurallah, Shalom.